I'm going to find again also a very vital question today, turned to be the fabric of American state, of American USA, of America as some kind of face value cultural identity, since today we talk about cultural identities. And that one continue to be available for free translation, and it should not be like that. First of all, one should notice the predominant interface in terms of face value of the general population, that is statistically the most numerous population there, which appears in format of, in the face value of Celts, that is Ireland Celts, Central Celts, which is Khazaria, where equally there would have been bloodlines combined with Russians and with Jewish. That is when we talk about main foundations of American society within the Constitution of American nation. You will find these people very much present on American soil as a matter of historic situation, as that is simply how it happens. We have also very large presence of Mediterranean coastline, all part of European continent, and one is going to find very logical, basically, that who made America would be European continent, because that is simply the neighboring continent to USA, closer to the big continent, Eurasia. But let's not make mistakes here. The interface here now we obviously are talking here about East Coast of America, would be therefore very much logically nested and constituted by European population. European continent is continent that basically constituted America. Majorly, we have here dominance. I will recognize obviously some kind of principal face value Jewish platform. However, Jewish face value, which is Celtic in substance, does have very much somehow very incognito presence, and very easily translates rather into some kind of Babylonian establishment, or Babylonian being surfaced or commanded or overtaken by Babylonian presence. And here appears to appear as a vital question: why Babylonians continue to so much to dominate actual fabric of Celtic society, an Irish platform, which in substance is the actual body of American society? Why we have so much present Babylonian surfacing of the entire situation, and also being established as a foundations, as a writers of the American Constitution, Washington and Lincoln, especially Washington. Look how that person look alike. That is not the face of typical American person, of what we understand as a typical American face, or what would be also reference to American currency. No, we cannot accept a nation to be defined by some kind of godly levels of presences, which, by the way, look more like devils rather than gods. No offense, but that is how appear to be. Someone that look more like a devil cannot call himself God. Well, doesn't look like that. And certainly, as how far we have understood now, how much we have struggled of these kids of America, and how strong we have here the practice of trafficking of humans on this planet. It doesn't appear that this planet is planet of God energy. It appears that this planet is planet of devil energy. And we have to address, it will need to be addressed here, Babylonians on first account. Babylonians on first account, because Babylonians on first account here are breaching what is in substance American identity. What constitutes in substance American identity, which is, excuse me, but completely different face value. Completely different face value. And that is, I'm going to declare, therefore, American first and foremost, country made by European population, because European continent was very much basically neighboring America, and it was simply historically that is what happened. It happened huge movement of immigration in the previous centuries, in the last 500 centuries. Huge movement of immigration, mostly from European continent, because they would have enough money to be ready to invest in building of new continent. They would have enough money to start somewhere else new life. Basically, also the monarchies that were very strongly present in European continent would have been accordingly investing, moving on American soil as a matter of expansion of European continent. It is very logical that you find in America very large communities of German population, of Spanish population, Italian population, in general European population, equally as Celts, equally as Jewish, equally as Russians. Now, why on earth we talk Babylonians that much? And how on earth Babylonians are overtaking it all? On what ground Babylonians would be overtaking it all? On ground of what? We have to question at that point what was in recent history overtaking England as well, and how far England become much more of Albert than of Victoria, and what in substance would means England kingdom of Serbs when it can easily translate Serbia into land of Babylon or of Iran, but then you end up going in America, and in America you are a minority. In America you are minority in substance. In America you cannot call yourself God of USA of America. Although you call yourself God of USA of America by declaring yourself as a writer of Constitution. Well, actually, the actual hub of political philosophy was not in Iran, it was in Olymp, on Mediterranean, solidly on Mediterranean, and Mediterranean continued to be a real cultural hub of that entire basin. Mediterranean, not Iran, not mountains of Iran, but coast of Mediterranean. We might accept certain percentage of population being present on Mediterranean from Middle East, but we cannot, for God's sake, allow to Babylonians and to Middle East to take over the identity of Mediterranean cultures and the identity of European cultures, and go all the way to America and declare America as their continent over the heads of the entire European population, which today it is like completely in turmoil, because a couple of tribes from mountains of Iran ended up to meddle up with this world to that extent that the entire world cannot handle a couple of tribes of Iran. Excuse me? This will need to be answered. Here today we have to clarify what possibly can be Serbia and what possibly cannot be Serbia. Clarify what possibly can be Iran, Mediterranean, and what possibly cannot be Mediterranean. And need to clarify what possibly can be England and what possibly England cannot be. On that ground, we speak what America can be and what America possibly cannot be. And here I have been very tolerant in terms of population that already exists on the territories. But we cannot be tolerant that much in terms of how we define who is going to be matrix, what is going to be matrix of the territories, in terms of principal decision making. And by the way, the natural hair of Donald Trump is not blonde. The natural hair of Donald Trump is not blonde. The blonde, the yellow hair of Donald Trump is not blonde. James Bond, and who is the M? Melania. Mallow Morgan. And the answer is Mallow Morgan. Donald Trump cannot be James Bond because he is not, and he was not James Bond. He was hotelier, real estate mogul. James Bond, no, James Bond is political subject. James Bond is political level. That would be Yugoslavia. And M would be monarchy, not Melania. Today I am updating the monarchy because it has political protocol, not circus protocol. And I am updating the entire concept of what means Godland, or land of God, and realm of God, and godly energy. And what simply cannot be called realm of godly energy because it looks to me, it's nothing like that. And not to me, but to anyone else. And what doesn't look like godly energy cannot call itself godly energy either. So Babylon / Iran in suppression mode, and all of the stronger influences of Middle Eastern culture over Europe and over America, restrain order. Restrain order. And Russia and Serbia to pay very much attention how they are going to define their historic heritage, because their historic heritage is on stake. If they lose it, it's going to be declared as lost the flag and identity of their nations, which means they would not have right to use anymore neither that flag, neither that language, neither that reference to culture, which they have lost to be or stopped to be